Hey YouTube, while I'm waiting for my 700R4 transmission to come in, I ordered a engine dress up kit from Jegs made by Proform, and it includes two valve covers and an air filter, and I'm pretty happy with it so far. It's pretty heavy duty aluminum painted Chevy orange, and it's got a grommet already built in for the filler and one for the PVC. And it came with two filler caps or air breather caps, depending on your use. Came with the dress up nuts, which I think I'm gonna put my regular nut on and then put these on top of that. Came with a couple of spare 1-inch grommets. I guess these are bigger than the grommets that are on there. And all the studs and bolts and everything you need for the air filter. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. I'm gonna put this on the passenger side, put my PVC valve here, and then I'll put one of the breather caps here on the driver's side, and that'll be where I fill my oil up. It's I guess not ideal for filling oil up, but I'm gonna do it nonetheless. And it has removable baffles. I think I'm gonna leave the baffles in there. That way oil doesn't splash up. Although I don't think it'll be a problem, I'm just gonna leave the baffles in. It might take a little longer to fill the oil, but that's okay. Once a year, I don't put that many miles on the truck anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started by removing the old Mickey Thompsons. 4 bolts on each one, 4 nuts, 7/16. All right, looking at the first valve cover I got off, looks like I didn't do a very good job putting it on last time. The gasket wasn't up against the edge, it's overlapping here. Pieces of the gasket are breaking off. I don't know why the gasket hardened. It only has about 6 months on it. And there's oil on the surface here, which tells me it may have been leaking a little bit. I'll try to do a better job putting these new ones on. All right, I cleaned the surface really well, pretty much with my fingernail. And then I got a rag with gasoline, went over it once, got another clean rag with gasoline, went over it twice. So it's oil free right now and ready for installation. On the valve cover side, I'm going to use these Felpro traditional cork gaskets, 50265s. I'm going to glue them onto the valve cover side with this Permatex Forma gasket aviation sealer. And you put this sealer on the gasket and the valve cover, you let it dry, and then you glue them together. And then on the back side of the gasket that hits the engine, I'm going to just put a little bead of black RTV along the outer edge. And time will tell if this technique works. Got the second valve cover off, and boy, this one looks worse. Looks like, it's hard to tell because the gasket distorted as I pulled it off, but it really looks like this one wasn't sealing. Anyway, it looks like there was a leak here too. I'm going to try to do a good job gluing these gaskets down before I install them. All right, I've got one of them on, and I just have it finger tight. I mean, as tight as I can get with my fingers, all 4. And I'm going to wait an hour, because that's what the tube of black silicone said to do. And then I'll tighten them up to torque specifications. Got the other one cleaned up, ready to go. just waiting for the aviation sealer to dry on the gasket and on the valve cover side so I can glue those together. And again, once I glue them together, I'll put a thin layer of the black RTV around the outer edge of the gasket. Kind of smear it around the whole gasket, but primarily on the outer edge of the gasket. Right, here's the valve cover gasket in place with a thin bead around the outside. Now what I'll do is I'll just smear that in a little bit and then put it on. All right, job done. Valve covers on, oil filler cap, PVC valve, PCV valve, and air filter, and it's all quality. I'm pretty happy with the whole project, and it did dress the engine bay up a little bit. Thanks for watching.